Are you confused about how the Protocores work or just the combat system in general? Well, here's your quick guide to understanding the foundations of the combat system in Love and Deepspace. My name's Sasha and I've been playing Otome games for more than a decade now, and when Love and Deepspace announced its closed beta test, I just had to jump in. I'm genuinely surprised by how in-depth the battle system is in this game. Now, with the full release of the game, many in the community have been asking about upgrading memories and protocores. So in this video, I'll share my experience and cover the basics from memories, the stalactrums and protocores, battle preparation, and the battle systems. A quick look on the Hunters contest, so do watch until the end. Memories here are the cards we get from the Wish Gacha that we equip in battle. Each love interest or companion will have their corresponding variation or version with different attributes and stats. To level up or upgrade these memories, you will need bottles of wishes that you can get from shops, tasks in your agenda, and bounty hunts. Take note of the different variations for now, we'll circle back on it later. There is a level cap every 10 levels, and you'll need gold and crystals of different stalactrums to ascend or increase the cap. Without being too technical, stalactrums are this game's energy type. There are 6: Emerald, Sapphire, Violet, Amber, Ruby, and Pearl. And you can get crystals from ascension boxes and bounty hunts. In bounty hunts, you can use your stamina to battle Mr. Beanie for gold, Heartbreaker for the bottles of wishes, Pumpkin Magus for Sapphire and Ruby crystals, Lemonette for Emerald and Amber crystals, and Snoozer for Violet and Pearl crystals. Also, once you clear a specific battle for the first time in Bounty Hunt, you will unlock the option to do one or multiple pursuits, so you won't need to go through many battles to farm items. Ranking up is another way to increase the memory's attributes. For this one, you will need memory shards, which you can get from the Wishing Well exchange or by making wishes. If you draw a memory card that you already own, it will become a memory shard. You will have to manually rank up your memory. You can equip memories with protocores to gain attribute bonuses. Protocores can only be equipped on memories with matching stalactrums. There are several classes of protocores: Alpha, Beta, Gamma, and Delta. The Alpha and Beta class protocores are only available for memories in the solar slots, while the Gamma and Delta class protocores are only available for memories in the lunar slots. You can obtain protocores from Core Hunt. There are 3 zones available: Fusion, Dissociation, and Disambiguation areas. All 3 have different stalactrums associated with them and are only open on certain days. The farther you go, the better the quality of protocore you can obtain. Unfortunately, it's a bit tricky to identify whether the quality is R, SR, or SSR, since it doesn't say in the name of the protocore. In Love and Deepspace, the visualization of the quality of an item is quite subtle, to say the least. Remember the variation of the bottles of wishes earlier? These have the same color patterns as the quality indicator. From the highest quality, yellow for SSR, violet for SR, blue for R, and gray for N. Well, almost all of them have the same color. Now look closely at the smudge at the bottom of the square of the item. That is where you'll find the quality of the item. Don't worry, if you select the item or go to the inventory, that smudge will become a more solid line. You can view your protocores at the Core Hunt screen. Just select all protocores, and you can identify the quality of each. The higher the quality of the protocore, the better and more attributes it increases. It doesn't stop there though. You can also enhance the protocores. Enhancing protocores will boost their attributes, and for every 3 levels enhanced, 1 random attribute will be generated. You can use core energy and other protocores to enhance. The decompose function will just convert your protocores into core energy. This will save you a lot of time if you're already at higher levels and still have a lot of lesser quality protocores that you will just use to enhance a stronger one. Protocores will help complement the required attributes on battles with a higher recommended level than your memories. In preparing for a battle, take note of the Protofield Stalactrum. The significance of these stalactrums is that you need to match your memories with this to ensure that you maximize your gameplay. You will break 2 shields in a single strike of resonance skill instead of just 1. and additionally matched stalactiums will have an increase on damage and damage reduction. Then there's the recommended memory level. If the game detects that at least one card is below the recommendation, a red text will state, "Please upgrade your memories." And while you can definitely proceed and win the battle with lower levels, having higher levels than the recommended will give you higher chances of getting 3 stars in battle. Take note of another category for the memories, the solar and lunar. Only memories with the sun icon can be equipped under the solar slots, which as of this version only has 2 slots. While memories with the moon icon can be equipped under the lunar slots, and the number of slots can increase as you level up. It's pretty straightforward. There are specific memories that you can equip as a pair that will activate the memory pair bonus. The bonus increases your companion's stats, and by how much will depend on the memories that are paired together. Additionally, when the memory pairs rank up, the pair bonus will also get boosted. Note that only solar slots can be equipped with memory pairs. An example of a memory pair bonus is pairing Zane Promise Everlasting and Zane Forever Sealed. The buffs you can get are an increase in team damage by 8%, reduced team damage taken by 8%, and an increase in active skill damage by 25%. In each battle, you can only equip memories of one of the boys. Unfortunately, this means that you cannot mix-match any Xavier, Zane, or Raphael cards. Xavier uses a broadsword, Zane shoots ice from his hand, and Raphael uses daggers. This is something that you need to consider for the gameplay that you feel comfortable playing in. As you play through the game, you will unlock the boys' outfits, and with it comes different skills. And depending on the conditions of the battle, you might need different specializations. Without getting too technical, you can just check here if it is best for single target, support, or area of effect. Unfortunately, your outfit does not have special skills, but you will look pretty. For my gameplay, I usually default to Auto Battle, which unlocks on Chapter 215. So I opt for Zane because his skills include healing. And in most battles, you will need to win the battle with more than 50% HP left for 3-star completion. You do have the ability to equip a Hunter's Wand, which also heals, but I cannot for the life of me easily get 3 stars on difficult battles with Xavier and Raphael. I know, I need to work on my dodging skills. You can equip 4 weapons: firearm, sword, claymore, and wand as you go through the story, as other weapons will be unlocked when you get specific memories. Each has pros and cons depending on what type of battle and who your companions are. I usually go with the Hunter's firearm as it pairs well with Zane's freeze ability with its long range. The sword and claymore are both short range, with the difference being the sword is faster but deals less damage, while claymore is slower but deals more damage. As for the wand, I mentioned earlier it has heal skill but also has offensive skills. I would however consider it mid-range since its combo attack inches closer to the enemies. Battles in Love and Deepspace will have different objectives. While most will require you to take down enemies within a certain time limit, others will require you to protect a transmission device, survive a wave of enemies, and many other conditions. My 2 cents is to go for the gameplay style that's comfortable for you, and it's okay to change up your strategy depending on the requirement of the battle, and the literal memory cards you've been dealt with. When you finish a battle, you will be rated 1 to 3 stars. The conditions will be different for each battle. Each star will have a corresponding first clear price, so try to aim for 3 stars in every battle. And don't worry, battles with these star ratings are repeatable so you can always retry. In the battle screen, you will see numerous options for you to challenge. We have already covered the bounty hunt and core hunt earlier. This is where we can farm upgrade materials and protocores. In the training room, you can get diamonds when you clear each training session for the first time. These training sessions are basically just showing you the tutorial on how to fight in a battle, just in case you forgot. As for the Deep Space Trials, it is a form of training ground with 4 orbits, 3 of which are catered to the 3 companions. You will only have access to them on specific days and can only clear up to 3 training grounds per day. The other is an open orbit which is an all-access and has no limit to the number of times you can clear a training ground. Clearing a training ground will grant you diamonds, gold, wishes, and more. Note that you cannot re-challenge a training ground once it has been cleared. Then there's the Hunter Contest, which is a different kind of beast altogether. There are 3 levels here: Primary, Junior, and Senior. Each level is divided into 3 divisions, and each division has 4 stages. Now what does this mean for us? A unique condition in Hunter Contest is that you can only assign a memory in 1 division per level, and a Protocore can only be equipped to 1 memory and cannot be repeatedly equipped unless you reset your team. With that in mind, you will need a total of 80 memories with appropriate stalactrums leveled up. The primary levels has enemies from levels 20 to 35, while the Junior has levels 40 to 55. You can only unlock higher levels after completing all stages of the previous level. Do not get disheartened though, it is actually pretty easy, at least for the primary stage. When you unlock the Hunter Contest, you've more than likely leveled up a lot of your cards, and you might even have your favorites. You get stars based on how much time is left when you clear a stage. The rewards are 30 diamonds per 3 stars cleared, with the 33 stars and 36 stars also giving an Empyrean Wish ticket. The primary and junior level rewards are one-time rewards, while senior level reset each season. Does all of this sound pretty intimidating for a beginner? That's okay, just remember that you are in charge of how you play, and it's okay to take it one step at a time. While I don't have any specific tips because it really depends on the cards we've been dealt with, and I mean that literally, but here are a few guidelines that I go by. We have limited resources, especially as a free-to-player. The affinity boost from leveling all your cards is not worth it yet. You can try other activities to increase affinity instead. Do keep in mind the stalactrum mechanic. Upgrade a few memories for each stalactrum. Aim for 4 or 5 star ones, but if you only have 3 star memories, that's still good. Better than not getting the alignment bonus. And I've mentioned this earlier, but it is worth repeating. Protocores will help complement the required attributes on battles with a higher recommended level than your memories. This means that even if the recommended level for that battle is higher than your memories, you can still win the battle with 3 stars equipped with good Protocores. And if you still want more tips on Love and Deepspace, check out this video. There might be some features you might have missed. What do you think of this guide? Hope we were able to answer some of your questions.